sit and tell you, if you bring a vessel via Matola, it will cost you how much to offload. If that product is going to Gaborone, it will cost you how much. If the product comes via Beira, it costs how much going via Lumumbashi into DRC. We came with that number. The game changer is this. If you do what you call a virtual pipeline, a virtual pipeline means the product which comes via Talton, that's the northernmost exit point of a MPP pipeline. If you get your wagons and you calibrate your wagons in terms of available crossing loops, and you transport at least 7 million liters a week, you've got a 5-year period to consolidate that market loss. Because remember, the biggest mover is price. So it means, the game changer means, if you have a 220 capacity facility, 220,000 capacity, you'll be able to hold and store and transfer over 4.5 billion liters. You have clawed back that market. That's a market reclaim. You expand your facility because you have an efficient rail logistics network on a private slot. I'm quite excited with how we're working on Transnet. For the first time, yes, there's challenges, there's concerns. We are working quite well with Transnet to say, how can they assist us on the network statement and Transnet? So now it means if you've got 4.5, you capitalize, so that our system is designed to peak at least at 6.3 billion liters. And those numbers are just a basis of why Mutsina strategic positioned and the competitiveness of our facility, which inform the feasibility of our project. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilson. I'm sure now, as the audience, we are very enlightened, and we can't solve problems vaguely. We need the discipline of detail, and that's what our panelists are here to unpack for us and to demystify. Naftali, what is the benefit of coal to hydrogen for energy supply for the SEZ? And what is the game-changing about your technology? And please share a little bit on that inland hydrogen valley. Now that we learned this new word, inland hydrogen valley, what does it do for the
inland hydrogen valley? Come from the hydrogen valleys that were introduced, that were supposed to be the coastal ones. So in the coastal ones, the market was there, the hydrogen was there to be generated for export. But we do know that as of today, no one knows how to transport the hydrogen. Just so that you know, hydrogen is a highly calorific, so it's about 7 times the sensitivity of the gas. So you cannot just put hydrogen in a drum and go. So there's a lot of process and infrastructure that need to support that. So we went backwards, like I was saying all the time, through a black eye. We said to ourselves, well, the hydrogen can come from the coal, and then if we can have the inland hydrogen valleys, we are going to produce the hydrogen on the spot and then consume it on the spot. While everyone else is going around trying to work out the cost of how to transport hydrogen, going around, how about ammonia? What we will be doing then, we will be capacitating not just the SEZ, not just Limpopo, but South Africa. We are talking now in terms of Musina and then Limpopo, but we are not isolated. We are part of the country, so the country that's ailing energy. So we believe that the inland hydrogen valleys are there to generate the hydrogen or the syngas and be consumed on the spot. So all the unknown things that are yet to be worked out, they can continue to work them out, but we will be going ahead as a country. We will be sustainable. We'll offer our people electricity to be able to live. The second thing as well is, as part of the same technology I'll add on, is the waste to syngas. Every municipality that I know are struggling with the environmental compliance on their waste field. I went to Tawazimbi because I normally in Tawazimbi. When you go to Dualbuom on the right, there is a waste dump there. We collect all the waste, we go and put it there. The wind come and toss it all out and throw it everywhere else. So it goes through you go to Mubani, you go to Sikukune, you find all those things happening. So what we have said is that why don't we go and collect that waste, get the waste, and put them through the modular reactor, generate what they call the biofuel. Biofuel is pretty big in the airline industry. But in the geokuruan. So on the plane, so we can fire the planes through the biofuel, which is a renewable fuel. Now, renewable fuel, benefits of the renewable fuel is that when you use renewable fuel, you are complying with your carbon emissions. That's the first thing. We've got an airport here in Bulukwani. We've got problem with the waste. So from a black eye, you look at your problems, and then what they say, you make lemonade out of lemons. So we look at the problems, and we create opportunity out of those. We've got a lot of waste. use that, convert it there, start working. When people see you able to feed yourself, when people see you able to pay your people, they might want to come and look and see what are they doing. Maybe you might get investor confidence. People will go, well, they can power themselves, they can feed their people. There is no protest and burning of tires in every municipalities. There's no complaints about this, complaint about. Maybe they can come and say, well, how about we put some money into these people? When you do that, then you can go into the code.
Naftali, we'll pick that up. We're just trying to show how technical we are and how constructive we are, and that we are very solution oriented. We already have that. So you've done very well, and it's been very enlightening. But we want to go deeper into all the things you are sharing. So again, we're demonstrating that here's so this whole thing about the inland investment. One, in the fuel terminal, and two, in terms of the coal to hydrogen. So we no longer held ransom by any coastal players, and where we are the stepchild of every major initiative that happens beyond mining. Next, Chris, with your investment in MC mining, etc., can you please share how the mining of coking coal adds value to the South African landscape? And maybe the audience doesn't know that we're not actually we don't have large deposits of coking coal. And the second is, who are the biggest players globally for ferrochrome smelters? What technologies are used, and what are your plans to integrate the technologies that are available? Okay. Chris?
So firstly, apparently I'm the only foreigner sitting on the panel, so I can only humbly speak on this question.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think, as you said, South Africa is not a very rich country for coking coal resources, and we understand there might be a few coking coal projects previously, but at the moment, I think MC Mining might be the only one in the future currently. But I'm glad to hear from my brother sitting next to me that he said coal is not disappearing.
Yes.
And he also provided an alternative solution for even the thermal coal part. I mean for the coking coal, obviously we visited several smelters in this province. We observed that they are really heavily dependent on importing for the coke and the coking coal material. So we believe producing domestic coking coal and the coke products can be a very good replacement and add up to the current supply structure. And what's the second question?
The question is the technologies.
Yeah,
you said that China and South Africa.
You asked who is the biggest player. I think China accounts for over 60% of the global ferrochrome producing at the moment. China, just as South Africa as well, is using electric or arc furnace. But China, I think, is quite optimized the technology to a high efficiency level. So we maximize the single unit furnace throughput. That's why that's also our plan to use the Chinese technology into SEZ project, but we are going to use as much as we can for the local supply.
You said
well.
South Africa has good technology and
exactly.
you want to integrate that.
Yes,
so we're promoting buy local. So please share that angle.
I think we are doing the FS and the conceptual design phase. We are going to use some South African local institutes to review our plan to integrate and optimize the technology. And we're going to use local supply chain as well as we can to comply with the local the BBE regulation. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We want to welcome Dr. Hudson Mtenga, who's online virtually. I think y'all can see him. Done studies for the MMSEZ on beneficiation and in the region. So we will, before Shafiwa comes in, we'll just give Dr. results of the studies has shown and what would be the opportunities, and how do you create an enabling environment in the region to take advantage over what the studies has shown. Dr. Hudson, over to you.
Thank you, Facilitator. Many thanks to compliments to the Premier. I've worked as DMTKB at Ramathuba. It's a consultancy, the money consultancy firm based in Johannesburg, in Randburg, and we undertake consultancies along the whole value chain from exploration to mine closure.